Aloha everyone. Today we have a tutorial for Blackbird by the Beatles. I gotta give a big shout out to the Patreon patrons. Thank you all for voting for this song. The patrons seem to like the challenging songs, and this is a challenging song. If you know the original, then you know that it is a fully finger-picked song. 100% finger picking. So this is definitely an intermediate to advanced level arrangement. I also got to give a shout out to my intermediate uke students here in San Francisco for being my guinea pigs for teaching this song. Okay, so you're going to need a chord chart. So you can find a link in the description below where you can download the chord chart. The chord chart has 4 pages of tab and then 1 cover sheet of explanation to help guide you through this tutorial. So make sure you download that first. So there are 2 main challenges with Blackbird. The first is that the left hand has a lot of fast chord transitions, really fast. Then the second challenge is that the right hand has 2 different picking patterns that are quite rhythmic. So I think it's important that we learn the 2 separately and then put them together. So we're going to start by learning the chord transitions and not even worry about the picking until we have the left hand down. So let's get started by looking at the chords of the verse. I'm going to show you the chord chart here. Okay, so you can see here's the verse, and we have a bunch of lines and numbers here. This is tab, and tab is essentially finger-picking notation. So you can see you have your 4 lines here that represent your 4 strings, G, C, E, A, and then you have these numbers here, and the numbers represent the fret that you're going to press on with your left hand on the given string. And you're only going to pluck the strings that have numbers. So if you don't have familiarity with tab yet, I have a tutorial for My Girl. You can check that out. That gives more of an intro to tab. And there are lots of other tutorials online as well. So an important thing to know about tab is that these numbers generally represent a chord shape. So sometimes chord charts, tab charts, they just give you all these lines and numbers without giving you the chord shape. But I think it's really hard to learn that way. So I put together these chord diagrams to show you what you are playing when you are using the tab, when you are finger picking. So we're gonna first play through all of these chords. All right, we're just going to do a single strum on these chords. Okay, so playing through the chords of that first line of the verse, we start with C. You're going to add your 2 fingers for D minor 7. And note that this is a modified D minor 7. If you check your chord book, it won't be exactly this. A lot of the chords in this arrangement are kind of modified for this arrangement. Okay, next chord, you're going to slide up to the 3rd fret. You might notice that little 3 next to the chord. That means you're starting in the 3rd fret. If you haven't played a lot of chords up the neck yet, then that's just something to get used to, because we're going to have more chords up the neck in this song. All right, I like to smush both of the strings with my index finger, right? My 1 covering both of these strings, like in our B flat shape, and then you add your middle finger for C over E. And then this next C is a different C, modified C. We're going to move up to the 5th fret, index finger, and then you're on the 7th fret with your ring finger. Okay, now let's try that in order. From the C, D minor 7, slide up 3rd fret, slide up 5th fret. Okay, now let's try that with singing, nice and slowly, but that way you can hear how fast you're going to need to go once you are finger picking, okay? So we'll go nice and slow, 3, 4. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Now, I was singing pretty slow, and you're going to have to finger pick with that. So it's really important that you get these chords down in the left hand before you try to put it all together. So let's try that again. 3, 4. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Okay, So you can always rewind that. In YouTube, if you go to the lower right and you hit the gear icon, you can play this at half speed so that you can work through it slower, but just take your time, find those chord transitions. Let's go on and learn the chords for the second line of the verse. So let's just play through the chords just to learn the transitions. So we'll start with F. You can put your ring finger down and then bar for the D7. Slide the ring finger back, put your 2 fingers down for G7. Slide the ring finger up to the 5th fret, and you're going to bar on the 4th fret. So notice that little 4 next to the chord diagram. And then you're going to slide back to A minor. That's modified with a C on top. And then slide back, A minor, G sharp. Isn't that pretty? All right, so now let's try to play them and connect those chords. F, D7, G7, E7, A minor, and then A minor over G sharp. Okay, so on your own time, you can figure out how to connect those different chords. And then you can try it in time. So let's try it in time slowly with singing. It'll be really slow. Okay, ready? We'll go 3, 4. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. So you can see how slow that is and how you'll need to make it faster when you're singing at full speed. Okay, let's do that one more time with the singing. 3, 4. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. Okay, let's keep going. Third line of the verse. We start with a G. We should know that one. Then a modified D7. So I'd move my ring finger down and move these 2 fingers up. Then flip these to your F. And then I like to put my pinky down for F minor and flip these 2. You can use your ring finger if you like, but you have to have quite a bit of stretch. So I like my pinky. Okay, now let's try to play it in flow. Ready? G, modified D7, F, pinky for F minor. All right, now let's try it with singing, nice and slow. 3, 4. All your life. Okay, one more time with singing. 3, 4. All your life. All right. Okay, now last line of the verse. C. And your modified D7 again. Just add these 2 fingers. Now we have a modified G7, so flip these 2. And then back to your regular C. Not too bad. Let's try it in flow. Ready? C. Modified D7, G7. Back to C. Now with singing. We go 3, 4. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Okay, one more time. 3, 4. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Okay, so you can go back and work on each of these lines individually. Now we're going to put it all together, slowly with singing. Full verse. Okay, go back to the top of the verse, your C. Ready? Here we go. 3, 4. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Second line, F. Take these broken wings and learn You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Okay. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see